Okay, Clark, here in this video is going to go over how to turn in all the files you need for the Karel project. So for the Karel project, you had to make a Ultra Karel on a 20 by 20 or bigger world using more than 4 colors. You have to have a function that has an if statement and it has to have a loop, a for loop or a while loop. So if you look at the checkerboard, I actually have all that requirement already. I have a function that has a loop and it has an if statement. I actually have a few of them. So this one has a while loop that I don't count and an if statement. And so first thing you need to do is make sure your code works, make sure everything's running well, and I'm ready to go. So what do I need to do? I need to get the program code PDF. So there's an option on CodeHS. If you go to More, Print, it should print your code. But I don't think it's working that well with Karel. Later on with normal Python, it should work. But for now, it's not working for me and not working for most of you. So the way you can get all the code printed is click on your code and do Control-A to select all, Control-C to copy, and then go to a new document. So File, New Document. I have it ready here and just paste it in. And then if you want it to look like code, you can do Control-A and change the font to a monospace font. I think the easiest one that's already set up is Roboto Mono, and that's ready to go. I prefer PT Mono myself, but they look almost the same. If you look at them, whatever, we're not doing a font right now. So Roboto Mono is fine. And then what you do is you go to File. You don't need to worry about the title, but File, Download, PDF. And that'll give you in your downloads folder the code. This is old code I was trying to do earlier and messed up, so I'll just use this file. And you attach it to your Google Classroom. So you know how to attach files. So that's the program code. And then you want to take a video, so you have to use Screencastify. I can't show you how to do Screencastify because I'm using it right now to record your code running. So I don't care about the code. I don't care about this code over here. So I could ignore the code. I just want to worry about the running code. So I would run Screencastify, reset, run it as fast as you want, so super fast, and only on one world, and there you go. And then stop it. And if you wanted to, you can crop out just this section. I don't care about the code in the video. I have the PDF of the code. So the video only has to show this part over here on the right, where the code is doing stuff, where Karel's doing stuff. And then what you want to do is you want to, I show you to download all your videos. Okay, I can go to my videos. Excuse me. Where are my videos? Oh, finish up. So here's the video I made earlier. And then all you need to do is go to export video, the bottom right down here. Export video. And then export as MP4. And then export, I don't care about frame rate, leave it as is. But then you have to wait for it to download. So you have to wait over here, all 100%, and then it'll be a green download button. So you're not done yet. You have to wait for it to export 100%, and then once it's done, you click 100%. Click on the download button. So let's see. If you want a smaller file size, it might be better just to crop it, right? This is the full screen. You only need that right part, like right 1/3. So you can crop it. If you want to go to crop, you can edit video and crop it that way. But I'll leave it to download for now. So let's see. I have the video now, and now I need the personalized project reference, PPR. And these are code segments or screenshots of the code. They have to be legible, and you probably want to zoom in first. So the first one is the procedure that you want to write about. So the procedure that has an if statement and it has a loop. So I go back to my code, go back to my CodeHS. I'm actually going to zoom in for this. So I'm going to use this black-red function, and that's a good zoom. And then to take a screen, what I do next is I click on the line that says def. That way I know this is my function. And then I do Windows key Shift S to screenshot. And then when I screenshot, I want to box up including the line and numbers. That way when I'm writing about it, I can include the line numbers. I don't want a bunch of extra write space over here. I don't want to include the other def. I just want this def right here. So maybe that's too much space on the right. It doesn't have to be like exactly perfectly lined up. You can give a little bit of space on the right. But this is what I want. And then I paste it into the PPR. Control V, but paste it, did not work. Oh no, my screenshot didn't work. Oh no, why didn't it work? That's weird. Can I edit this file? Let's try copying text. Okay, that works. Why doesn't my screenshot work? So if your screenshot doesn't work, you can take another screenshot. You can take a bunch of screenshots. Doesn't have to be the first one. There we go. I don't know what's going on there. That was weird. And the font has to be bigger than the font that's on this document right here. So as long as the font's bigger, you don't need to change the size. If you want to change the size, you do it from the corner. But I would recommend not changing the size. Just keep it that size. So that's good to go. It doesn't matter how big it doesn't matter if it's bigger font. It just can't be a small font. Okay, then that's the definition. That's the function. But now I have to show where it is called. So the next part it says, where are the procedures being called in my program? So I go back and I scroll down to where the code is working. So here's my code, black, red. So again, I click on where the function is being called, and then I take a screenshot. I'm going to screenshot the code around it as well, like about 5 lines or so, maybe 10 lines. So I screenshot, and I always include the line numbers in my screenshots, this code right here. And then I can go and paste it in. Hope it'll work this time. There we go. So I have my function, def, black, red, and then I have my function call, black, red. So it has to be the same word. Same word up here as in down here. The def up here, and then just the word down here. So the function definition, and then the function call. And they say procedure, but basically procedures are functions. They're the same thing. So then I'm done with this. You can just, this is already part of the assignment, so just leave it there. And then finally, okay, now you can answer the prompts. You can't answer the prompts until you're done with the PPR. And then what I would do, I would open this and like maybe have this on one side of the screen, and then this another one. So programming language would be Python Ultra Karel. Yeah, because like 2A says identify the function in P1. So all you do is you say my function is black red or whatever it's called. So mine was black red, so that's what I would say. And a hint on the rating, you want to talk about what you did personally. Even if you worked in a group, use I or me or my program. I did this, I did that. Even if you work as a group, or one of you did one thing or another thing, always write in the singular personal mode, or whatever that's called. But you want to use I and me. Don't use we and our, because you want to write about what you did and what your program does, what your code does. And then just answer the 4 questions. You might need to push enter a couple times. Leave one line, a space between the question and the answer. And then when you're done, it's already attached. And then you can download, there it is, download the video. And it might take a little bit of seconds, few seconds to download, and then just attach it to the classroom. So you have to attach the PDF and the MP4 file to the Google Classroom. And then when you're done with the PPR and the written response, then you can submit it. I don't care if you have the code in CodeHS. I know you work together, a lot of you work together, and so it's on only one of yours accounts. That's fine. I'll check it, yes, on CodeHS, but when I'm going through grading originally, I'm just going to check to make sure you have those 3 things. Well, 4 things: the program code, video, PPR, and written response. So have a good day.